told you you're not right, when he told you you're not strong enough to put up a good fight, when he told you you're not worthy, when he told you you're not loved, when he told you you're not beautiful, that you'll never be enough. He is a liar. He will take your breath, stop you in your steps. He is a liar. He will help you rest till you're at peace. Cast your fear in the fire, in the spirit. He is a liar. When he told you you were in trouble, you'll forever be alone. When he told you you should run away, you'll never find a home. When he told you you were dirty and you should be ashamed. When he told you you could be the one that grace could never change. He is a liar. He will take your breath, stop you in your steps. He is a liar. He will rob you rest, steal your happiness, cast your fear in the fire, in the spirit. He is a liar. Let your fire fall, cast out all my fears. Let your fire fall, it loves all I feel. Let your fire fall, cast out all my fears. Let your fire fall, it loves all I feel. Let your fire fall, cast out all my fears. Let your fire fall, it loves all I feel. Let your fire fall, cast out all my fears. Let your fire fall, it loves all I feel. your fire fall, cast down all my fears. Let your fire fall, your love is all I feel. This soul once torn and beaten, left without reason to move on. Do you reach down and brought me up from the valley of dry bones? You are the God that saved. You are the one who rescued me. And you rescued me. You are the God that saved. And you called me from the grave. And you rescued me. Ransom out of the wreckage, pulled from the ashes of sin's soul. Hope is flowing through these veins, life born from grace, grace alone. You are the God that saves. You are the one who rescued me. And you rescued me. You are the God that saves. And you called me from the grave. And you rescued me. And you rescued me. And I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. You are the God that saves. You are the one who rescued me. You rescued me. And you are the God that saves. You are the one who rescued me. And you rescued me. And you are the God that saves. And you called me from the grave. And you rescued me. And you rescued me. And you rescued me. I hear the song, I hear the song, victory, ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song of victory. Ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song of victory. Ring over me. I hear the song, I hear the song of victory. Ring over me. And you are the God that saves. You are the one to rescue me. You rescue me. And you are the God that saves. And you call me from the grave. You rescue me. And you rescue me. You rescue me.
Aren't you glad he rescued you tonight? Amen. Let's give him praise. Lord, we just thank you tonight. Lord, you reached down, way down, to rescue us. Lord, when we were in our deepest, darkest place, you saw us. You saw us and you brought us out. Lord, I just praise you. Lord, I praise you. Lord, I give you glory. Lord, I praise you tonight. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Whew. Guys, we're coming up on another Friday night fire on Saturday. And I don't know about you, but I am coming expecting. Are you?
Amen.
Now, if you're not coming expecting, you're not going to see anything, right? Because he expects us to have faith. He expects us to believe that miracles are going to happen. And I'm believing we're going to see some big things. We've got, Vonda has seen in her spirit that on our 7th Friday night fire, we're going to feel such an outpouring, and it's going to be awesome. Well, this one is going to be our 6th, and I feel like it's building up and it's building up, and it's about to peak. But we have to come expecting. You know, when they were in the upper room, do you think they just went up there and sat and said, let's go see what he's going to do tonight? I don't think so. Because they were told to go and wait, but they wasn't waiting, just sitting there watching to see what was going to happen. They were praising God, and they were lifting him up, and they were seeking. They were seeking what he had promised them. Are we seeking? Are we seeking? I want what he has for us. Man, I want it. I'm not satisfied with just coming to church and singing a few songs and going home and not feeling it. Everywhere that Jesus went, there were signs and miracles. And I'm ready to see them again today. when he left, he said, these things and greater you will do. We should be able to pray for somebody and see limbs grow out. We should be able to pray for people and see cancer disappear. And I believe we're going to. Right here in this church. Amen?
Amen.
All right. Well, tonight, Kendall kind of bailed on us. Wasn't his fault. His mom's in the hospital, and they've been helping take care of her and up there. So we have a tag team duo going to come up tonight, and they are going to take Kendall's place. It took two of them to take his place. All right? So when you see Kendall, say, we missed him and we'll give him another chance. Okay? Maybe we'll let him go next week instead of who was up next week. Regina, we might push you off a week. Be prepared. I'm going to talk to Kendall and see if he's still able to do it. But we may let him do next week and then you do the week after that. I've got more announcements later, so don't run off before I give the announcements. Unless you need to get home. I know some of us need to get home sometimes, but yeah. All right, good. Come on up. Yes. Seeing eye dogs out there. Put them out in front of you. Jeremy and Amy are coming tonight. And Amy's wired for sound, but Jeremy gets my mic.
I don't know if this, oh, it is. Huh, hello. It is working. I did it right. Sound booth is teaching me something. This is Jeremy's first time up here, y'all. I heard his bones shaking back there.
Not yet.
Maybe a little bit more.
You guys more.
There's a reason he's on the prayer team. Gives him something to do with his mouth.
That's bad.
That's tag team right there, isn't it? Marriage style. Alright, so Mom kind of bombarded me the other day and said, oh my God, I have no one to cover Wednesday. I don't know what we're going to do. And of course I was like, and then I kind of threw Jeremy under the bus. I was like, we can do it. And then I told Jeremy yesterday instead of when I found out a couple of days ago. But I have been reading The Crushing by T.D. Jakes. Anybody else have been reading this incredible book? The Crushing, T.D. Jakes. Oh man, it's good, y'all. You're about to get chapter 1 right now, speaking of which. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard Jeremy's testimony on his bladder cancer, if any of you guys even know that he had cancer. Are you 40?
Yeah, something like that.
He got cancer, how many years ago was it?
I don't know. I got out of the service in 2013, and it was shortly after that I was diagnosed with bladder cancer. And
Your beard can't talk for you.
don't want that on your mic. I got out of the service in 2013, and shortly after that I was diagnosed with bladder cancer, and didn't know where it came from. I just had some symptoms that were going on that I was like, this isn't supposed to be happening, so I'm gonna go get it checked out at the ER. So I went to the ER, and they were like, oh, this is nothing to worry about, but we want to investigate a little bit more. And they specifically told me that don't worry, it's not the C word, it's not cancer. And I was like, okay, I don't know if they gave me that to try to comfort me or if they really didn't think it was, but they scheduled surgery for a few days later, and I went in, and they were able to remove it and everything, and I woke up, and I remember my mom and Amy standing there, and they were like, "Did they tell you anything about it?" And I was like, "If they did, I don't remember it. I wasn't coherent for it." So they said, "Well, it was bladder cancer, but they were able to go in and remove it and get it all taken out of." And then I had to go through several. That was the initial surgery that I went through. They got it removed, but then came a series of other surgeries because of how things went on, and wasn't as simple as just that one surgery, but it all got taken care of in the long run. And now, probably about 2 weeks ago, I went for my first full year without going in, and got cleared to go for another full year without being checked.
And he gave you the fast run through, but during this time, I recall him being very depressed, which, I mean, it's someone that is in his early 30s, just found out he had cancer. And then after that, he had many surgeries afterwards that had a long recovery for each one. And at the time, he was the only one working. And so it put a big strain, not only financially, but on our marriage as well. I had to not only take care of our 3 children, I had to take care of my husband. He had a catheter full time.
It's no fun to be about 35 years old and having to carry a catheter around in your backpack everywhere you go.
And this
I
happened.
mean, at any age.
He had 4 surgeries after the first surgery, and each surgery he had to have a catheter for almost a month, if not more. It took a big toll on us. It was a lot.
I remember one time, I don't remember if it was after my initial surgery or not, but it was either my first or second one, where they told me to go home, and if I had any issues with the what's it called, catheter,
Yeah.
and I wasn't able to fill up the bag or anything like that, to not worry about it. So I took that a little bit more to heart than other people did, and I let it go and let it go and let it go. And finally, Amy knew I was in so much pain. She called my dad and told my dad that he needed to come and get me and take me to the hospital. And so he came and got me and took me all the way to Muskogee from Keys. And I remember him wheeling me in there, and I remember the nurses, they were so busy that night, and I could just hear the conversation of what else was going on in the ER that night. And I was okay with it at first, but then they came in and they kept pumping me full of fluids. So my bladder, I felt, was already full to begin with. I was already feeling that pain.
At this point in time, his catheter there was a clog somewhere. So not only were they pumping him full of fluids, he had fluids built up for at least 24 hours. So he was feeling like he was bursting at this point. It was incredibly painful.
And then I made the mistake to ask the nurse, if this doesn't go well, like if this doesn't take care of it, what'll happen? She said, "We'll have to figure that out when we get there." And I was like, that's not the answer I was looking for. But I was just like, my parents were in the room with me. I don't think Amy had been there at that time. And I probably never squeezed my dad's hand that hard, cried with my mom in there, and it was just pain. I think it was all just dealing with the pain and then knowing what caused it and just going through all that. But I finally was able to go home from that. Still had to have a catheter for a while, and then they told me I had to have some type of
Reconstruction surgery.
And so I had to go in and do that, and that put me down probably for the longest length of time out of the other ones. It was a longer healing time.
It definitely took a toll for sure. And when I was reading this book, it kept hitting me, crushing. And I read the beginning chapter of this book, and he talks about how him and his wife were sitting out on the front porch, and his 13-year-old daughter came out there bawling, and she said, "Dad, Mom, I'm pregnant." This is T.D. Jake's